Good morning, readers. Today, we will be talking about our historical fiction books. Go ahead and get out your reading, learning, intentions sheet. Today, we will fill in the date, which is 1-4. The book you will be reading will be your historical fiction book. You will go ahead and fill it in right there. And today, as a reader, I am working on reading analytically. This means that you will be reading while analyzing the book. You will be thinking about what signs of trouble there are, what kinds of problems are brewing, and you will be looking for signs of these. So again, today we will be talking about how to read analytically. Readers, we have been reading Number the Stars. This book was the first historical fiction book that I read as a child, so every time I see the cover of this book, or I start to read it to a class, I begin to think about the characters, and it takes me back to the time and place when Anne Marie was living. As you know, she's a fictional character, but the events around her were real. So I think about all that was going on at that time. It's important as readers that we read analytically, that we're paying attention to all the small details that give us clues about what's going on. So, readers, we're going to look for clues about the mood of this story. Readers, as we read, we need to look for signs that trouble is brewing, because in historical fiction, trouble is always brewing. Finally, readers, we're going to notice details that suggest change or trouble. Let's try this together now. Readers, we're going to take a look at the story Rose Blanche by Roberto Insanetti. This book was also written about World War II. It's about a little girl named Rose Blanche. Remember, readers, that as we read a few pages of this story, we're going to read analytically. That means we're going to look for clues about the mood of the story, look for signs that trouble is brewing, and notice details that suggest change or trouble. My name is Rose Blanche. I live in a small town in Germany with narrow streets, old fountains, and tall houses with pigeons on the roofs. One day, the first truck arrived, and many men left. They were dressed as soldiers. Winter was beginning. Now the trucks follow each other under the school windows. They are full of soldiers we don't know, but they wink at us. They drive tanks that make sparks on the cobblestones. They are so noisy and smell like diesel oil. They hurt my ears, and I have to hold my nose when they pass by. Readers, think, what does this place look and feel like? As I'm thinking about it, it's a small town in Germany with narrow streets and old fountains and tall houses, with pigeons on the roof. It sounds like it's been an old, quiet place for a while, maybe even a peaceful one. But then as I read further, I noticed that trouble was brewing. Turn and talk to your partner about where it stated that trouble was brewing. Readers, you may have noticed that it said that trucks were coming, that men were dressed as soldiers, winter was beginning. All of these are giving us clues that something is not right, that trouble is brewing. Instead of a nice, peaceful town, it sounds like war is happening or about to happen. Readers, now it's your turn to read a little bit more of the story, and you are going to find the signs of trouble. The trucks are fun to watch. We stand in the doorway as they pass. We don't know where they're going, but we think they're going someplace on the other side of the river. One day, one of them stopped so the soldiers could repair the engine. A little boy jumped up from the back of the truck and tried to run away, but the mayor was standing there in the middle of the street. He grabbed the little boy by the collar and brought him back to the truck. Then he smiled at the soldiers without speaking, and they thanked him. The sky was gray. The soldiers climbed back into the truck, the doors banged shut, and it pulled away. It happened very fast. All right, readers, think. What were the signs that trouble is brewing? What details did the author give us that made us think something wasn't right, or that trouble was coming? Turn and talk to your partner now. Readers, as you read today, I want you to be alert to signs of trouble in your historical fiction book. I want you to write about the signs of trouble in your book club packet. You will share these signs during your book club meeting tomorrow. Many of you finished your book club reading prior to winter break. You will still do this work. You will look back on the chapters or pages that you read, and you will look for signs of trouble, and you will add that to your packet. Remember that you have to have a page in your packet done for each and every book club meeting. If you've forgotten where you should be in your historical fiction book, please check the board to make sure that you have all of your reading done for tomorrow's book club. Let's make it a great reading day.